Jared Polin, FronosPhoto.com, and welcome to RAWtalk episode number 137. The time, 9:06 in the AM. The date, Wednesday, January 29th, 2025. And guess what I'm doing? I'm flying mother effing solo today. Because I gotta go away. I got a flight to catch at 1:41 in the PM, heading out to Indianapolis, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. So I talked with Steven, and we thought it was best that I fly solo today, like I used to do for Daily Froze. Oh, but it's good too. I got stuff to talk about today. That's why you're not getting a voicemail. I'm just going to get into it. I'm just going to do it. And I'm flying, Eagles flying, but I'm not one of those Philly fans who's going to be like, oh, flying, they're on the way to the victory, that just bounce around and start wearing Eagles jerseys. I don't wear Eagles jerseys. I shoot Raw jerseys and Fronos Photo jerseys because I got the hockey jersey for the Fronos Photo. But Steven and I thought it would be best that I go through these different things that I want to talk about today, what I'm doing in Indianapolis, what I'm taking gear-wise. I've got some other things. I saw a commercial on TV yesterday that sent me down a rabbit hole for something, and it's definitely earmuff worthy. I mean, it's not really earmuff worthy. It's science. It's science. We have to talk about the woman getting into the lift car, or she couldn't get into the lift car, so now she's suing. Yeah. Oh, and AI. I want to talk about this AI stuff in the photo community and just really go down that rabbit hole. And I'm not trying to blow up anybody's spot or anything, but I need to talk about it. So anyway, RAWtalk episode 137. I've given you the time, just like I used to do back in the day. If you missed all those Daily Fros, I like doing the Daily Fro. Maybe I'll bring Daily Fro, but I don't know. I'm really freaking busy right now. There's a lot going on, and I don't want to feel like, I really do like doing the Daily Fro. I really like talking about my life and talking about what's going on and sharing it for people who want to hear it. So I don't know, maybe we do that and I just make it this podcast only. It doesn't end up on the YouTube because we only do a certain number of views over there because it's not video, but we don't want to get it. I mean, we were the ones who not originated it, but we're super early in doing video podcasts. I mean, super early, like RAWtalk 17 or something. I think it was with Gary V. Maybe it was even earlier than that I sat in his office and we opened up, funny thing, we opened up a box of Desert Storm baseball cards looking for Norman Schwarzkopfs. I don't think we found any. So yeah, I was a card breaker all the way back in the day too, before that became popular. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about this trip going to Indianapolis. I am going to Indianapolis for the United States Open, the U.S. Open of bowling. That's right. I was there last year, and I'm going to be back this year because this year we are filming for the show that I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. It will be streaming. At least that's the plan. We have 99.99% of the way there. We have the agreement of where it will go. I still won't say where just yet until I know that I can. And I hope that I can share the sizzle reel with you guys. I will have to ask for permission if I'm allowed to post that, but I love the sizzle reel and think that it will build tremendous interest for people because it's that good of a sizzle reel showing you what the point of the show is, right? Behind the scenes of bowling, not just on the lanes, but who these guys are as people, what they go through, the struggle because there's not a ton of money, the driving from one area to the next. They're not flying private jets. They're not in F1 cars. They're bowlers, but they are professional athletes because they are the best of the best with honors, sir, in the world. So I, as I said last week, am an executive producer on the show. I don't know what that even means. What does Google say? And what is an executive producer? I know what it means for me. What is an executive producer? An executive producer, EP, a senior level producer who manages the financial and business aspects of a film, TV show, or album. They are responsible for ensuring that the project is completed on time and within budget. Responsibilities: create a budget. Nope, that's not me. Hiring? Nope, not me. Negotiating? Nope. Legal? Nope. Creative? Yes. Management? No good. Decision making? I do that too. So I'm an executive producer. I mean, there's a ton of EPs on this. There's a bunch of different EPs, but that's my role. But I'm also, I guess they say, a line producer or a producer a field producer, meaning I'm actually out in the field producing, which is what I'll be doing when I go out there. It's what I did last week when I was in Delaware for the first tournament of the season, and I go around and I prod the guys with questions, and I make decisions on the fly, like who are we going to cover right now? What is the most important story? Where should we go? And you have to this is a culmination of like 3 years of preparation, starting off with me going and doing my personal project, 6 Degrees with Kyle Troop, or just a day in the life of Kyle Troop out on the road, to me going, there's an idea here. Like there's something here. We need to make this a show, to then reaching out to a friend who has a production company also and making a sizzle reel, and then cultivating the relationships and getting the deals done. It took a while, but we got to the point where we're at now, where the show is sold, waiting for the final paperwork, but the show is sold. So there is that, but still, again, have to wait for the final paperwork. Nothing is done until it's ever done. I'm never happy. But I also don't celebrate until it's time to celebrate, which means by the time it's time to celebrate, I've already forgotten and it's time to move on to something else. But I forget where I was going. Isn't that what always happens? Executive producing. We'll get back to that aspect. But so I will be out on the road here. We're going to have I think we have 3 shooters coming this time, not counting me. So we have 3 shooters. We've got a head sound guy with boom ops that will be going around. We'll be laving up all the bowlers. I mean, this is real. This is like the real deal of we're producing the real show. And we will be following players to the hotels or Airbnbs, out to lunch, out to dinner, out to breakfast, whatever they're doing. The plan is we capture the off the lane stuff to go along with the on the lane stuff, which there won't be as much on the lanes because it's more about behind the scenes. That's what we're capturing. And so as a producer, my job is, or a field producer and executive producer, is to go around and in bed with certain guys and make decisions on the fly. And the other producer that will be there's a couple of them coming in. We'll all coordinate and talk about the ideas, and they educate me quite a bit because there's things that I don't know, or there are things that I'm not aware of what they call them, but I do know what they are, but I didn't know that those were the terms. So there's a lot of learning that goes into something like this, and I'm learning along the way. I also realized that after last week shooting in Delaware, or producing in Delaware, that I can't just not shoot. I need to take my cameras. I need to be there capturing B-roll, the slow motion stuff, the color, the between the moments that the 3 other shooters can't do because they're covering what they call verite, on the fly, interviews, pointing the camera at the subject. I can go around and get the guys drilling the balls. I can go around and get the guys sanding their balls. I can go around and get the guys playing with their rosin bags. Balls and bags. Wow. I can get the guys putting on their shoes, tying their laces, walking down the hallway in focus while they go past everybody else. Like, the point we try to make is that these guys are accessible. The best bowlers in the world literally walk past all the fans to go to the bathroom because the fans are just standing there. This isn't like, you'll never see LeBron James walking through the stands to go to the bathroom. That's just not how it works. But literally the LeBron Jameses of bowling, well, that's how it works at bowling. I get the behind the scenes stuff. I get the slow-mo stuff. I get the feet sliding at the line. I get the slow-mo of the ball being released from the hands. I get the wide angle laying there on the lanes to get the angle of these guys practicing. That's what I'll be doing. I know a lot of people want to know what I will be shooting with. So the show is going to be shot with Sonys, by the way. Sony FX3s, FX6s, FX9s. That's what they are going to use, just because that's what our shooters have currently. And a lot of people do shoot that. I'm pretty sure we're going to stick with the Sony for it. I, on the other hand, don't have any of those Sony cameras. I don't have an FX3, an FX6, and FX9. Not that I would carry them around. And I know that color is a consideration, but I said I'm shooting with the R1 and the R5 Mark II because the glass choice, and I'm comfortable with it. Can I shoot with a Sony? Yeah, you just point the box there. I just don't think that if I was to shoot with this, I would probably need an A7S III, but then again, the focus isn't as good on that as it is on the Canons these days. So we will be shooting log. Steven sets up my cameras for video as he is the video shooter guy here, and he tells me what I need to do, and I have my notes, which I'll forget about, and then I have to go check, and then I'll do it, and then Steven will be like, you didn't do this, and I'll be like, oh, fuck, I forgot because I didn't check. But I have to check my notes. Steven set the camera specifically in a way that allows me to do what I need to do. So I have the R1 with a bunch of batteries. I have the R5 Mark II with the fan grip so that it doesn't overheat. Steven has given me notes, and let's see. He says that, ideally using the R5 Mark II for shooting 4K 24p because it's oversampled from 8K. So it should give us super nice quality because it's oversampled from 8K. And 120p with the R5 Mark II, since I'll have the fan, and I think the R1 would end up overheating at 120. Last year I had two R3s, and they both ended up, I would use one, it would overheat, but then I would then turn it off, switch to the other R3. The problem was they both started to overheat after usage of shooting 120 continuously, and it uses a shit ton of storage. So that's another consideration. But I will have both with me. The R1 will be shot with 4K 60 since it's oversampled, whereas the R5 II is not oversampled in 4K 60. So that's what Steven has set me up to do. But yeah, the fan grip is powerful. I'm reading the notes. It also is very loud, but it's on high when you're on standby, but it pauses when you hit recording. And my big concern is how much battery does that actually use? So I don't know the answer to that. I don't know how much battery it drains. I will ask Curtis, who also shoots at bowling, who uses an R5 Mark II, and he uses a 28-70, which I'm super tempted to take, except for the fact that I think the better run and gun lens is a 24-105 2.8. That is a beautiful lens for running and gunning. Do I gain more shooting at 2 versus 2.8? I mean, a little bit in this situation. If it was down to stills, I'd be using the 28-70 f2. It's not in my bag currently. I haven't made that decision yet whether I should take it. I haven't decided yet. It might end up in my bag. I might have room, so we'll see. I will also have the 70-200 2.8Z, the new one, because the white version, because I want to do that for down the lane stuff where I can get other things that other people won't get with just a 24-70, because the Sony guys are going to either using some cinema primes or cinema zooms where they manually focus, or they're using 24-70 f 2.8 version 2s, as I don't think they have any 28-70 f2s currently. That's something to take into consideration. So I will also have a 10-20, which gets me super low angle. I'm debating taking the 15-35 for getting close and low and following subjects. That might be better for the TV show part, and then switch, and then maybe the other camera has the 24-105. So I'm still figuring that out, but I'm also taking an 85-1.2 because that is definitely great for some slow-mo and super isolated shots of these guys that probably can be used on the show very well. I should also debate taking a viewfinder and recording, because that, let me just see if I should take an EVF recorder. EVF recorder, Ninja 5, which means I need to put some stuff on a battery charger at some point. But that makes everything heavier, but it also allows me to put the camera lower because the flip out screens fucking suck on Canon because I hate them. If it just had a flip out screen that I could put down low, it would be better. Maybe I'll bring it so I can put it down low and try some things and shoot. But it also means that I'm not using a monopod. I don't have a hand grip. I don't have anything. I don't have a cage. So that's something that I really need for shooting video. I might take this because it might give me a better look at things. I have to ask Steven if that will interfere with anything if I use that. But then that means I can't put the microphone in the hot shoe. So no, I'm probably just going to use the flip out screen and get down low and do it however I need to do it. Screw it. That's how I'll just have to suffer through the screen because I want to have the audio recording on the top. So that's that. So that's the reason I'm taking what I'm taking. Let me get back to my notes here. Yeah, so that's what I'm taking. The debate is, do I put a 28-70 in there? I'm not taking a 51.2. I think the 24-105 for video is incredible for run and gun. I've got ND filters, variable ND filters, the Peter McKinnon ones for using outdoors when we're following guys in. So I'll have that. I'll be able to pop that out. I'll have my Think Tank Press Pass 20, and the Press Pass 20 is great for a fanny pack, so I can go ahead and keep accessories and extra lenses and stuff in there because I'll have to go through some batteries, and that's it. That's what I'm taking, and that's just the first tournament, the big tournament. There's going to be a bunch of other tournaments. I think there's 5 or 6 majors that we'll be going to, and so we'll be figuring that out along the way when it's time to travel to those. I'm not sure I'm going to travel next week for the tournament. I don't think, because Sunday the Eagles are in the Super Bowl, and I want to prep my house because I got people coming over, and we'll see. We'll have to talk with the producers and everything because there's a lot to go back, a lot to discuss. So let's move into this AI discussion real quick with myself. Everything these days in the photo community and obviously in software is AI. AI this, AI that. I get so many emails from companies wanting me to promote their AI product. Hi, we're the new blah, blah, blah AI product that does this, AI. And I'm like, you lost me at AI. Unless it's Allen Iverson, you lost me. And so there's just so much of it, and it's a lot of bullshit. Sure, we've been using AI in phones, and it's figuring out like, oh, you drove here 5 days in a row, you might want to drive here. So it's learning what's going on. But there are way too many emails, way too many businesses. Like there's the culling softwares, the editing softwares. There's the touch up, retouch, which is same as editing. I'm just trying to add more softwares in there. And it's so fatty right now. Like everything seems to be like a fad. And they're throwing a lot of money around. I get offers from all of the brands that you see other YouTubers and creators promoting and sponsoring because they feel like they've justified doing it, and there's nothing wrong with taking the money if you believe in a product. But the editing products may be powerful and may do some things, but I'm just tired of the AI stuff, the AI push, or the over-processing, the over-emphasis on cropping and editing and sharpening and denoise this and denoise that. I've never denoised shit because noise is grain. It's fine. Whatever the basics of Lightroom do, perfectly fine. And also, a lot of these softwares, what ends up happening is Adobe ends up borrowing, stealing, in my opinion, using a lot of these software things that other companies do. They either get bought by Adobe or they get rolled up into it. And I'm not promoting, there's a ton of people that are promoting the AI softwares for culling, don't like them. There's a lot of people promoting the AI softwares for editing. I don't like them. I just don't like them. Right? Yes, there might be some cool features there, but the overemphasis is on AI. AI, AI, AI. And with that being said, a friend of mine asked if we'd like to create an AI culling software. And I basically talk about not using the word AI and jumping on a bandwagon like that. And the reason he wants to create the software for himself is that he's shooting tens of thousands of photos at sporting events a week for colleges and feels that all of the softwares that he tried absolutely suck. He even had a conversation with one of them on how it could be made better, and he felt that they have no clue what they're talking about. They're not photographers. So if a photographer goes ahead and creates it, would it be better, or would it still be just as bad as what these other companies are doing, because there's a limitation to what these softwares can actually do? Because to train the AI, you have to show it bad stuff, and you have to show it good stuff and tell it what to pick. But there's no rhyme or reason from what I'm learning on why AI will pick this photo over that photo. It can't explain to you after the fact, like, hey, I picked this photo because, and then you can go in and say, you know what? Don't pick this photo like that because of X, Y, and Z. They're not smart. They are just, you're feeding them information, and they're trying to make the best decision. And when I say I shouldn't give them pronouns to humanize them, because they're AI, they're not real. They do not get pronouns like she, they, them, their, zer. What the fuck is a zer? Hi, my pronouns are zer. Yes, zer. Like what? Zer. Too many pronouns. Too many pronouns. I don't want to go down pronoun holes. I refuse to put my pronouns in my email. I've never thought of myself as a he, she, he, them, they, their. Hi, I'm Jared. Like, hi, I'm Dave. Right? Hi, I'm Dave. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole. I don't care what you call yourself. Call yourself whatever you want. Just don't get offended if you look like a dude and you have a mustache and a beard, but you want to identify as a female. You can identify as a female. Just make me aware of that, and I will try not to mispronoun you in the future. Enough of that. So yeah, we've seen this with the AI software before in the past. There were a lot of organization softwares, backup softwares, and there was a major one that I can't even remember the name of right now. Mylio? Was it Mylio? Yeah, Mylio photo software. Was that it? It is Mylio. Yes, that's what it was called, Mylio. Let's see, rediscover your memories, the ultimate media manager. Organize and search all your media in one place, effortless organization, backup, automation, stored privately on your devices. So I think it was Mylio. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure this software was spending a fuck ton of money back in the day, getting a big booth at Photo Plus, getting everybody in the photo community to promote them, and I didn't. I didn't believe in what they were doing, and they burned out real fast on promoting in the community. I don't know how much money they raised to spend this money, but I don't think they spent it smartly, and it was not a right fit for me, so I didn't take their money. There is a line that we all create ourselves. There's people that will call you a sellout for taking money, which I don't agree. There's no such thing as a sellout. I believe that you get into a position, and if you, well, let's see, what is a sellout? A sellout would be me promoting JPEG and saying that JPEG is the only way to go just because I'm getting paid. That's a sellout. Where you go against your beliefs and general morals and general ideas and concepts. That's not to say that your ideas and feelings can't change over time and evolve. It's better to evolve than be ignorant, or feel like it's better to be wrong than not evolve, right? Like there's people that want to be wrong or know that they're wrong, but never want to go to that next step and constantly battle and fight for the defending themselves instead of just grow. It's okay to have had a thought in the past or said something in the past that you believed in wholeheartedly, and that either technology changes or times change or your education level changes and your idea changes and evolves. And you go back and you go, you know what? At the time that made sense, but because technology changed, everything's different. But no, I will not be switching to shooting JPEG. That would be a sellout if you took money for that. There's certain things that you take money. We do the product showcases. We just did a Sue Lens product showcase where it is a sponsored video, and we tell you that it's a sponsored video, and that's why it will not be called a review. It is done like a review style where I still say pros and cons, but at the end, I'm not going to tell you that you should buy it or not buy it. I'm going to let you make up your own mind when it's a product showcase. With that being said, if there is a product that a company wants me to promote or do a product showcase of, and they send it and I do not like it, I will not be taking their money. I will turn down their money. You know, I might try to find a way to get their money if there's a mutually beneficial way, but if the product's a piece of shit, I'm not touching it. If it doesn't fit, I'm not touching it. Now, if it's something I don't personally use, but Steven finds value or other people find value in, and I can see that there's value, I might consider it. But there has to be a belief in the product that someone is sending you. And so we've gotten tons of products and tons of emails from companies wanting us to promote stuff. And I've looked at the products and I've been like, absolutely not. And they've been big paid. They would have been potentially big paydays to do it. But I'm not doing that. We're not going to promote OM Systems because they're paying us to sponsor our website or something. I don't believe in OM Systems, okay? We're not going to call that good quality product for a micro four thirds sensor in an industry that's dead in micro four thirds. No matter what anybody tells you, it was dead since Jump Street. It's just, I'm not going to take their money and promote their product because I don't think that people should be buying a micro four third product. There's small products out there that are crop sensor. There's small products out there that are full frame. There's a reason we do that. There's a reason professionals in the real world are not shooting micro four thirds today. It just doesn't compute. There's certain things that you want to take the money for, but there's other things you're just like, nah, I can't. So there are those moral levels, and it's everybody's own choice, right? Where's their own line? I feel that promoting all this AI bullshit is crossing a line in some ways, especially when I know people that are like, I don't believe in this software, and then all of a sudden they believe in the software. Is that a sellout? I mean, you're getting paid. We still need to get paid. And I'll say this, we try to limit the amount of product showcases. It's interesting because we've got a bunch of product showcases loaded up at the beginning of the year because there were supposed to be some that came out in December from Insta360 that got pushed into January and now pushed into February. And we just did the product showcase of the Sue-Ray lens, but we try to spread them out to not overwhelm people. But when we do them, we try to do them in a way that is still fun and informative and that you get some value out of it. And so if a company comes along and they're like, hey, we want you to showcase this product and we're going to pay you X amount of, because you have to hit a certain number for us to do it, then we're going to consider it because it's worth it. It's like, we don't do, I talked to Steven yesterday, like I don't run mid-roll ads. I might start adding mid-roll ads just to see if it juices the ad system, like if we make more money from it, if it's worth it. We do put our own stuff in the middle, but if we could make an extra 20 grand a year off of mid-rolls and people aren't bothered by it, look, I was late to putting on to ads at the beginning of videos in the first place, or non-skippable ads because I thought it would bother people. But when everything on YouTube is ad-driven, I don't think it's going to be a detriment, and people can skip the ads if they're skippable, and they just aren't that obtrusive as they used to be. And now, if that can help us make more money, awesome. We appreciate you watching those. But if we can, in one fell swoop, make more in a product showcase than we can make in a month of YouTube revenue, then it's certainly worth consideration for us to do it, because this is a business after all. Everything, you should need to think of this stuff as business. I have employees. I've got to pay my health care, right? Like, so it's a business. And so you have to run these things like businesses, but make smart choices. And if you start selling things that you don't believe in, then people will start to see through it and you'll lose credibility. I mean, it's like a certain tech channel that's been around a while, a female tech channel that started to, anybody that would spend money to make a product showcase video, which is every video, they started making videos and about it, and it's just, everything's great, everything's awesome, but everything can't be great, everything can't be awesome, and people see through it, and that is detrimental to your brand and to your channel. But we also ask for your understanding in seeing why we do that, and that we limit it to a certain amount per year. Okay. Did you see the thing about the woman who couldn't fit into the Uber XL? Sorry, into the Uber, not Uber XL. That comes up a little later. Now, it's questionable whether she could fit because she didn't try. What happened is the Lyft driver, I guess, do I disclose that I'm an investor in Lyft? Well, I'm not giving advice. My financial advisor has purchased Lyft in the past because he felt that it was a good value. So yes, I guess I'm an investor in Lyft. But the driver pulls up, sees the woman who is, she might be 400 pounds, and that's an estimate. You could see the video of her suing Lyft now for like maybe discriminatory practices. But the Lyft driver drives up, and in a conciliatory way, in like, hey, you're a fatty, you can't fit in my car, he was like, ma'am, you're not going to fit in my car and my tires can't handle it. I know you're not. And she's like, but I didn't even try. And he's like, I'm sorry. I know you're not going to fit in the back seat of my car comfortably. And it's maybe a safety issue too. He's like, well, you might need to, call and get an Uber XL. He's just saying, and he wasn't saying it in an angry, mean way. He was disappointed that he had to say it, really. And it was like conciliatory, where it's just like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you're not going to fit in my car. And, you don't see her on the video, but then in other videos that are now posted, you see her with lawyers going to sue people, and you will see that she probably, in my opinion, would not have fit in the back of the car. And is it discriminatory? Like, should he have been like, yes, go ahead, try to get in the car and then move the seat up or try? I just don't think she would have fit through the door. A minivan, Uber XL, probably, and it might have been tough there too. I don't know where you start to draw the line with reality, and I mean, wokeness has obviously gone out the window for the most part for the next 4 years, for the foreseeable future. It's obviously taken a huge hit, and I think wokeness is a thing that definitely led people down a path of being like, fuck you guys, we're not voting for you because all you care about is this stuff that just, not saying it doesn't matter, but there's bigger fish to fry to worry about first before you get to certain things. And it just went very far down the rabbit hole of wokeness. But the driver wasn't saying, I can't drive you because, like, I don't want to, or I don't believe you or believe in you. He's just like, you can't fit in my car. And she probably would have been and she might not have been able to get the seatbelt on. See, that's another thing. And I did see a video in the past where someone's like, every car should have a seatbelt extender just in case there's a larger person. Well, I don't know, man. If you're a larger person, should you carry your own seatbelt extender? Right? Like, at what point should you take it into your own hands because you're one of a fraction of a percent of people that need a seatbelt extender? Now, airplanes offer you seatbelt extenders, by the way, seatbelt extenders. I picked up this digital mini air horn online on Amazon the other day because my friend had one for the Eagles game. So if something cool happens, you could just be like... Anyway, so seatbelt extenders. Like, there's things that I carry around that I don't expect someone else to have. It's like you need glasses, but you go to a restaurant and you're like, hey, why are you not supplying me reading glasses for your menus? Or it's dark, why are you not supplying me light to read my menus? Because you have your phone. You bring your phone, you do that. And you can also use your phone to see a menu, because I do that all the time, to use my camera to help me see things because I don't see very well. But I just feel that this woman wouldn't have fit in the car, and there's got to be a line. It's not discrimination if you can't fit. Just ask O.J. Simpson. If it don't fit, you must quit. Too soon? Anyway, I'm going to put that one to rest. I was at dinner last night with my friend Katie, and the TV was on at the bar, and I'm sitting there getting ready to eat, and I'm by myself. Katie was washing her hands, and a commercial came on TV, and I was like, I could read it, I couldn't hear it. It said EROXON. The product is called EROXON. EROXON. I'm like, that sounds like it's something for erections. And then it said, yes, this is the first FDA cleared erectile dysfunction treatment gel available without prescription. And I was like, I got to look up EROXON. Not because I need it. I don't need EROXON because I work out. By the way, the more you work out, men, the bigger your penis gets. It's true. It's true. It's true, because you get better blood flow. Better blood flow equals what, everybody? Rock hard Fraggle Rock. That's right. I asked my trainer one day about that, and he's like, it's true. So yeah, better blood flow is better. So what can help erectile, and this is the erectile dysfunction portion of Flying Solo RAWtalk by myself. That's right. I need to hear about EROXON, Jared. This is Mickey Mouse. I need to hear about EROXON because I don't work out And Minnie's very upset with me right now because I can't get a mouse erection. And so, can I please hear more about EROXON? Why, yes, Mickey Mouse, you can hear more about EROXON. So it's sold on Amazon, and it's billed as the first FDA-cleared erectile dysfunction treatment gel available without prescription. Now, what they say is FDA cleared. Now, that doesn't mean FDA approved fully. That doesn't mean, it just means it's cleared, that it's okay to use. It doesn't mean that it really might be okay to use. Like, dyes have been cleared to use in food for all these years, but they might cause cancer, some of them, right? So I went down the rabbit hole of reading all about EROXON because I wanted to know more, not because I need it. So it says, and I'm going to read this, I'm going to read reviews, and I'm going to read some other stuff. And it says, clinically proven to work within 10 minutes. EROXON, ED treatment gel. And then it says, safe for you and your partner. Easy to apply gel. Oh, right. So easy to apply gel. Let's see. While it may not work for everyone, studies showed success in over 60% of men. Did they line up 10 men and put EROXON on their dicks and see which ones got hard? EROXON. 60%. But get this, there's more. There's more. Oh my God, is there more? It works on 60% of the men. One, I don't know how you figure that out, but how to use EROXON. And they have a tube of gel going onto someone's finger. 1, apply full tube of gel to head of penis. 2, massage for 15 seconds. Well, we just call that lube. Now, isn't the massaging part like anything more than 2 shakes means you're playing with it? 3, sexual stimulation is needed. Partners can help. No shit. It's not like we're going to the Oprah Winfrey show and putting EROXON. You get an erection. You get an erection. Everybody, 60% of you get erections. So, no shit, sexual stimulation is needed. Partners can help. Duh. Oh, and there's an asterisk here. It says, for physical intimacy, individual results may vary. What do you mean physical intimacy? You mean I can't use it by myself? 4, helps gets an erection within 10 minutes. All right, is there 5? No. Oh, okay, the next slide is showing 2 guys that are guy, and it says, keep at it. Don't be discouraged if EROXON doesn't work the first time or 2. Try 3 or 4 separate occasions to get the hang of how to use it to help achieve the desired effect. How hard is it to use EROXON gel? And what is actually in EROXON gel? Can I find out? What are the ingredients of EROXON gel? Ingredient EROXON gel, buyers beware EROXON gel. EROXON gel, alcohol, purified water, glycerin, propylene glycol, carbomer. What is carbomer? And potassium hydroxide. None of these ingredients are active pharmaceutical ingredients. EROXON gel is not officially classified as a medication. Explanation. EROXON gel works through physical action and evaporation. The ingredients have a long history of use in pharmaceuticals and cosmetics. You should stop using the gel and contact a doctor if you or your partner experience irritation such as burning, itching, or redness. You should also not use EROXON gel if you are younger than 22. 22? Sorry, you're 21. At 22, hold on. I almost said at 22 you shouldn't have a problem getting an EROXON. But there are medical reasons and there are people that might have issues. I will tell you that working out and being physically fit is one of those things that helps people get past ED. It is true. And this goes back to the wokeness culture and not saying the things that you should say is that the larger you are, the harder it is to get an EROXON. It's just medically a fucking fact. Not saying you can't. I don't want to go down this rabbit hole too much, but So basically, this is a placebo that you're putting on your dick. I know it's your dick, but it's a placebo. Now back to the photo of the two guys. If it has been a while since you were able to get or keep an erection, it may take a few attempts before you achieve the desired effect. You may want to practice on your own first. I mean, this seems like a company out of China that made this, right? Let's see. Now it shows two people, a guy and a girl. Clinically proven results made for intimacy. EROXON, a new FDA-cleared typical ED treatment gel, helps you get an erection, blah, 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 without a prescription. Katie, my friend, brings up a very good point. What does it do to the woman? And how does it work through evaporation? What is it, like a cooling gel that's like, that's amazing. She brought up a question. She's like, well, can you use it with a condom? Can you use it with a partner? I mean, it says it's good for your partner and that it's safe, but it literally in the facts just says it's safe to use with you and your partner. It doesn't back up those claims. It also doesn't say anything about practice safe sex. STDs can be transferred. I know this is photo RAWtalk. I get it, but this is the part of flying solo stuff that I like to fly solo with and why I'm doing this myself. But this is like, the site should also say, please practice safe sex. Does it work with a condom? This does not prevent AIDS, right? AIDS. It doesn't prevent. Like, these are things that you need to say. I don't know how this is getting approved on a website. So then it has some other things. Available without a prescription. Safe for you and your partner. Easy to apply gel. It comes in a 4-pack. So it comes in a 4-pack for $25.99. That's $6.50 per potential erection. But it works 100% of the time, 60% of the time. Oh, they have a video on the site here. Oh, there's 4 videos? Click to see more videos. The first one is this woman. You probably can't hear it. Her name is Dr. EROXON. Oh, no. Dr. Ackerman. She's Jewish. Alexa, I didn't say you. I didn't say you. What? No, you should learn from your mistakes. I didn't call for you. I said Dr. Ackerman is a Jew. Anyway, so there's this woman. I don't know if she's a real doctor, but she's there's images. Are there images of people using it? Oh, no. Damn. Oh, wait, sorry. Anyway, so Dr. EROXON Ackerman, she is telling us how to use it. So she shows you, she puts the gel on her finger and her finger gets hard. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Yeah, why wouldn't your finger get hard if you stimulate it? I don't know. So she has so much makeup on, but just by watching this video, you do not need EROXON. This is a big mistake, putting Dr. Ackerman up here. What are the other videos? Related videos to this product. Realistic review. Is it worth the try? Ooh, this guy's doing a review. Let me try to hear it. But of course, I haven't tried this stuff, right? These are what the Wait, I'm listening. He's showing us it's a mini tube. It's a small tube of lube. It does have a slight smell to it. He says it has a slight smell. Use the whole tube. Oh, I'm trying to hear if it worked or not. Wait a second. He's suggesting wear a condom. Isn't it kind of weird that on Amazon, this guy can just give his thoughts? I mean, I guess it's kind of weird that I'm on YouTube and I give my thoughts about cameras, what makes me an expert, but I don't trust this, in my opinion, this gel. Like, would you guys use this? It just seems so placebo-y and stupid. So let's see more. How EROXON compares to other products. EROXON treats ED within 10 minutes, approved, available without prescription, topical application, no significant side effects. Okay, but what are the insignificant side effects? Leading prescription ED pills. Treats ED, results in 60 minutes, approved by FDA, not available without a prescription, not topically applied, no significant side effects, so it's saying it does. Sexual health supplements. Dude, these guys suck. For physical intimacy, including individual results may vary. EROXON is a medical device cleared by the FDA for OTC, over-the-counter use is what that means. This is a sham, in my opinion. I would never buy something like this. Ooh, they even show a guy putting it in his pocket. EROXON 4 times single dose tubes can discreetly go anywhere in case you get an erection wherever you're at. Oh, EROXON, I'm at work. Oh, it's time to get out the little lube. EROXON. How does this, there's no way this works. I guess the only difference is, you might not get a 4-hour erection. And I love how they're saying you should use it with a partner and during intimacy and use it during as foreplay. Well, no shit. If you can't get an EROXON at that point, there's a problem. You might want to seek medical help and maybe use something that actually works. What is this? What does EROXON treat? So we already know what it treats. Studies showed success in over 60% of the men. Let me see these studies. Did you film these studies? Let's see. Helps men age 22 and older. Why 22? How did we decide on the age 22? What should I do if it doesn't work right away? Be patient if it doesn't work, help you the first time or two. Try 3 or 4 separate occasions. That's a whole $25.99, by the way. They want you to use the entire order to see if it works, and then you never buy it again. That's so stupid. And then it says, question, is EROXON safe for me and my partner? Yes, EROXON is safe for both men and their partners. It doesn't say why. So this is really stupid. Should we read the comment? Let's see. Should we read the 5 stars or the 1 stars? The 65% are 1-star reviews, by the way. 17% are 5 stars. Let's read some 5 stars. So, as they say, it doesn't work for everybody. Right in the pamphlet, it says works 60% of men 30% of the time or something like that. Not the most encouraging, but this worked better for me than anything I've tried so far. I don't know. Maybe try the internet for porn. Or maybe try a fleshlight. I don't want to read any more of those. Let's read some 3 stars right in the middle. I don't know if this product works for anyone else, but it did absolutely nothing for me. I followed the instructions and used it in multiple tubes, 15 minutes apart. Holy shit, his dick's gonna fall off. He did it all in a row. Yeah, it doesn't say don't use EROXON multiple times. It doesn't say, wait, hold on. You know what EROXON should come with? It should come with, so if you get an EROXON, it should do this. I'm better spending $8.89 on this than on EROXON. This might actually work better. Let's see. I followed the instructions, multiple tubes, 15 minutes apart. If it works for you, I imagine it's amazing, which is why I gave it 3 stars out of 1. Well, that's stupid. Doesn't do a thing. We'll give it 1 more try. Why don't you give it 3 more tries? Because you got 4 tubes. I tried it. Does not work as advertised. Tried it twice. Didn't notice any difference. Maybe next time. Easy to follow instructions. Just received. We'll update at later time. Price is a little high. Was hoping it would work better, but can't say for sure it was only product's fault. No shit. This is a placebo. This is a placebo. Let's read some 1-star reviews. My dick fell off. I'm a woman. Oh, that was the other question. Katie's like, well, what does it do to the woman? Because does it stimulate the woman as well? I feel that this doesn't stimulate anybody. And I feel like it's not worth trying. And you shouldn't waste your money. You should buy presets. That's what you should do. You should buy presets instead. The product here, 1-star. Product had no effect. Almost reviews also said the same thing. If you read the ingredients, it would be hard to see any of them would have an effect. The FDA should be embarrassed that they gave the product and clearance. And somebody, I expect this will be reversed. But I tried it anyway. I feel I was scammed. Don't waste your money. You weren't scammed. I mean, maybe you did. Maybe you are scammed. Some benefit, ironically, charging nearly $7 for the tiniest tube you will ever hold is insulting. So if you're good with numbers, the cost of this will be offset by benefit. Wait for the generic or get pills. That's true. It's probably not worth $7. Unfortunately, did not read the reviews first. Buyer beware. Totally ineffective. I'm not sure. Let's go back to the 1 stars and then wrap this up. No pun intended. Let's see what 1 stars. Some good quality. Oh, that's not a fake review. This product was developed by a British biotech company with lots of research and many clinical trials. The research showed it worked for about 50% of the men. Really? This is bullshit. So it won't work for everyone. Well, more than 50% of the people it didn't work for So adjust your expectation before trying, but it's definitely worth experimenting with because of all the benefits versus all the available options. Sexual arousal and performance is a complicated process involving biology and physiology. So you must follow the instructions exactly. How hard are the instructions? Hard. How hard are these instructions? Rub it on your dick for 15 seconds. If nothing happens, maybe you're with the wrong person. Maybe you're not attracted to the person you're with. Maybe that's the problem. And have the patience to try it 4 different occasions. It might not work until the 4th time. And even then, it only works for about half of those who try it. Also, foreplay is essential for it to work. And it's critical to follow the instructions exactly regarding how to apply. The tubes are very small, but squeeze it all out. You only need the small amount. Maybe you should try putting something in your butt at the same time. Maybe that will help your EROXON. No shit that you should try it while with a partner. I mean, that kind of makes sense. So my review is I'm not putting that on my dick. If you want to do a review of EROXON and want to spend $26, do a clinical study, maybe we should spend $260 and buy 10 tubes, 10 packages of this and send it to 10 men and have them do the clinical review. I mean, that's one way to do it. And where are these clinical studies? Are they posted somewhere? Not because I want to see it. I'm not a guy. And, here's what really fixes erectile dysfunction. Subarus. Subarus fix erectile dysfunction because, wait a second. Yeah, because they help you get your men or women, whatever they turn people on. The right people who want Subarus. That's right. I tried driving a Subaru. Wait. I tried driving a Subaru, and I tried putting EROXON on at the same time, but it didn't work, Jared. Mickey, did you try 4 times? Well, I actually tried like 8, and it didn't work. And now my dick fell off. And Minnie kicked me out for a woman who drives a Subaru. Forrester, that is. Forrest Green. Who has a short haircut, and she likes her a lot, and now I'm gonna go kill myself. Okay, I gotta get ready. I gotta finish packing. I gotta eat lunch. I gotta get ready for my flight. I'm sure Steven's going to enjoy listening to this episode if he listens to it. I don't think he should listen to it. He should just. There's no pauses, so I'm gonna tell him there's no pauses, and he'll just put the thing on it and make it sound good. And call it a day, and then we'll just call this episode like RAWtalk 137, get your EROXON, and call it a day. Anyway, as I used to do with Daily Fro, the time now, 9:58 in the AM. This has been a 52 and a half minute episode. The date, still January 29th. Yeah, it's now 9:59, by the way. January 29th, Wednesday, WEDNESDAY. I never knew how to spell Wednesday until I was like Wednesday. This was like a year ago I learned how to spell Wednesday. And I still can't spell restaurant. I never could spell restaurant. I still can't spell restaurant. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening. Jared Polin, PhonosPhoto.com. See ya.